Hey, it's your boy Bill Flipper here, and we are making a response video to a question. And man, I need a haircut, but hey, that's on a side note. I need to shave. But listen, we are answering a question from Juicy256. I believe that is the person's real name, their God given name at birth, Juicy256. How do you deal with price drops? So we're dealing with the ever enemy of the Amazon seller, which is price tanking, price dropping. We've all been there. We got a home run product. And then by the time it gets to Amazon warehouse, 60 other sellers jumped on the listing. This is common with certain Walmart clearance, certain OA leads, all that type of stuff. I mean, it definitely is a problem, but I have come up with a few ways you can better avoid it. And one of the best ways is, so I'll be looking down at the list I made, is if you're buying off leads list or something that is relatively easy to find, is the faster selling products. So let's say I get a leads list and two leads are almost identical, but one is on a listing that sells sub 5K in grocery, and the other one is 100K. Now, I know that is a example where it's very obvious, but I don't know what I would say. Even 50K if too many people jump on, but when you get to like 5 or 10K, it takes a massive amount of sellers to actually bring the price down. And you usually don't see it because the velocity, when you get like 800,000 purchases a month, it takes a lot of sellers to really tank the price. So buying the products, being pickier with your purchases. I'm a huge proponent of being picky with my purchases, and when I see a good deal, putting all the chips in. So, and you can only do that with more experience or putting a good bit of the chips in. I'd rather spend like $1,000 on a product that knowing when to really push the chips in is really important as you get better at it. And you certainly would never want to go all in on one thing, but as you get more experience, you certainly can see like a really, really, really great deal that doesn't make sense. And you can get the feel for certain products where you're like, no one's going to jump on this. It is it's a one time, every 6 months type of opportunity, and you can find those. I realize those don't come along. I was just looking at there's an example on the Nike sale, and I was purchasing quite a few products. I noticed like 2 days later they had gone up dramatically. So I'm assuming that Nike was selling a ton, and they're like, hey, we can pop them up $10 and they will still continue selling. So the fact that I bought those, they basically just told anyone else during the sale. That eliminates so much of the competition because they basically raise the price to where someone won't see it as a home run product like I did. So being able to jump on those opportunities and looking back, realizing that I should have even bought more. And I bought a good bit, but I should have even bought more. So we're going to go on. So the first one is getting really fast selling items, higher velocity. We want low ranks. And the other opportunities is if it's a limited opportunity, I will take higher rank things, but it has to be limited opportunity. It can't be like Walmart clearance all across the country for the entire month of June. That's not going to work. If it's 100K or 50 or 90K rank, but it's on an item that's going to sell out very quickly, so it will sell out in stores or it will sell out online very quickly, then I'm interested. But it can't be like available on a 100K rank or 50K rank for an entire week. That's not going to work because people are going to see it. It's going to get on leads list. That's not going to work. If it's limited, that is another great thing. That's okay too. Okay. So getting your things at the best price. I realize that's one of those like, duh, I want to get it at the best price. But really using the coupons, like this is a perfect example. So Kohl's, they've been having them a lot more. They used to have every, I think, 6 months, 50% off clearance sales, where you could get like just ridiculous deals on, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of all, but like $48 bras for $4. Well, you are much better at those type of sales to go drive all over this to spend 4 grand that day than 1,000 a week for all month. So you're like I said, that's a pushing the chips in, drive around, take some time off work, and go to all the Kohl's the very first day and just clean them out. And when you're getting at the best price, another one is just like I said, when you get a vibe or you see a feel, one way you can do that is, like I said, going back to that Nike sale, because it's a very long, very popular sale. Some of the days they marked it down to 25% off. Other days it was 20% off. Well, I know that doesn't sound like a lot. And another example is I have a link in the description below, but you don't have to use it. But using extra things like Rakuten helps. I don't calculate that in, but I also um, I use cardcash. I use cardcash. I don't calculate that in really either, but it's just the point. I use cardcash too, and that certainly lowers the cost of the item. Let me see here. So the next one would be really understanding repricing. And one thing I like to do is when I already have it set up to take, like, I send in the pricing to the point of I manually enter my prices. So I already prepare it to set at the lowest thing. When I turn that on, I'm not manually repricing. I'm not dealing with it, and I'm not using a prep center. So I do my own prep. I know that's not popular, or everyone wants to operate it from their home, and I never have to see their products. Yeah, well, that is awesome, and that works very, very well, especially if you have exclusive wholesale accounts, or if that works really, really great. But my products will get to them quicker because when Nike sends them to me, mine are going to be prepped and shipped way before they get to your prep center. Your prep center checks it in, your prep center deals with the returns and ships it. And yes, I realize some have really fast turnarounds, but on the level, mine are going to get in quicker. And then if it doesn't really matter if 60 sellers jump on the listing if I'm the first or third one of that 60, because they're going to sell out by the time. If you don't want to be 58, 55, you don't want to be those. And then you'll have to look at the keeper chart and have the option of repricing and trying to maybe you want to hold out. Like I said, if it's a very fast selling listing and 60 people jumped on, maybe you can wait 6 weeks and you will get a reasonable price that you're comfortable with. And maybe if it's 100K, that ain't coming back. So or not for a good period of time, you might have to cut your losses. But being quicker is a way to get it in. Also, I have on here merchant fulfilling. So I can get it out super fast if by the time it gets to your prep center or you receive it and you're sending it into FBA. I believe I've noticed lately the check-in times have been way longer. So if I'm willing to merchant fulfill it, and it is let's say it's an Adidas shirt, whatever, and I'm willing to merchant fulfill it, and you have to calculate it and make sure it's light enough, it blah blah blah. I think that goes without saying, but and I'm willing to merchant fulfill it. I can get that price before it tanks, before everyone jumps on the listing. So that is another option, but it's just to be quicker, to be faster. Um, and that's definitely, and another way to get the best prices, to circle back to that, is RA. I really still think RA is a great way to supplement. And especially with Q4, you'll find these great items. And I think that cool sale is coming back, actually. I've been watching the website, and it's been going like 65% clearance, 70%. And I think they consider 85% clearance when they do the 50% off sale. And you can definitely find some great, great deals. So I think that's all I have. But like I said, to jump right back, I think I skipped over repricing. I have it set up so I have it manually entered, and like I said, I'll take as low as like 20%, something like down to $5, even if I paid good, because I really don't want to be like, oh, it's it's something I want to get 35% or something. Because if I set at 20%, and even if it tanks the price on my part, I don't have to deal with the chance of it really tanking the price. I said I think I'm comfortable to take it at, and I realize that my comfort level might be lower than others, but that the point is, I would rather do that than seeing me have to break even. I would rather take 20%. I'd rather take some profit than go to break even or lose money. And when you set it lower, then even you maybe, like I said, I always, aim for higher, but I'll set it that 20% and manually, sometimes even a little bit below, because I know there when I turn that on. And like I said, people don't like this, but Aura usually, I have mindset not to match the buy box. It undercuts. But then when it hits the minimum, it raises it right back up. So, I mean, the repricers just chase each other. I mean, I know people don't like that. That was what was recommended to me. I'm not really here to make friends and match the buy box. If I don't undercut, someone else is going to. And like I said, I think you get pretty much the same action because when it does get it, it raises it back up. So I'm not really too worried about it. And like I said, on any main listing with 20, 30 people, someone's going to undercut, the next guy's going to undercut. It's just how it is. So it's not really a big deal. And like I said, I notice a lot of it is constantly being raised up. I'll look at it and be like, why is that my maximum price? And it's because it hits it, raises it, everybody chases it back up. Not really a big deal. So that is all I have for today. That's the ways to avoid your products tanking. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. It's August 2nd, Wednesday. It's going to be 11 p.m. and I was putting in some work. I figured I'd make a video. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your week and stay safe, stay cool, and have a great day. Bye.